Welcome to On the Beat. Isaac here again this week with Patrick Wooten, the CEO of Richard Schwartz and Associates. Always good to have you up here in Columbus, Patrick.
It's so great to see you.
All right, so we've talked about several different things. Today we're talking about workman's comp, which is something that always, you hope you never have to use, but you want it to be there in case you do need it.
Absolutely.
Right? So what is workman's comp?
Workers' compensation, designed and created by the legislature. So it's not a court creation. It was actually created by the legislature in the 1950s. It's to protect all of us if we are in the course and scope of our employment. So that means doing duties within our job and we get hurt on the job.
Okay.
That's the simplest definition of it.
Okay. So whether you're here on site or even if you're performing your duties somewhere else,
correct.
That's still the same purview, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so what types of injuries? I guess we could stub our toe or we could break our neck and we could be anywhere in between, right?
That's, you can catch your finger in your ring if you're a TV producer on a door lock and injure it. That's actually a compensable claim. You're out reporting the weather and a stick comes and impales your leg.
Oh,
well, guess what? Which I don't want to have happen. But that's a claim.
Yes.
Because you're in the course and scope. If you're out reporting live and it's crazy. What if you're out reporting live and a dog ran up to you and bit you? That's a workers' comp claim.
Yeah, and you would never think that because I always think like my work is just in these four studio walls, but if I'm performing elsewhere, it could also be it could also be something to consider. So what does workman's comp actually cover?
That's right.
If I'm say the dog bites me or our director catches his finger in the lock again.
Which, is so far-fetched but can happen so easily.
Freak accidents are a big thing in workman's comp, obviously.
They do. I mean, it is. It's just not the normal one. But yeah, it covers. It's going to cover your medical bills.
Okay.
So that's a nice thing. Workers' comp, you should have no stress with your medical bills as long as you're following the proper channels. Like anything, it's legal, so there are proper steps to involve. If you're having to miss time from work, it's going to cover a portion, not all of your wages, but a portion of your wages while you're off of work. And then ultimately, depending on what the injury is, there could be a settlement through the workers' comp insurance carrier at the end of your case.
All right, so you brought up insurance carrier, so obviously I guess workman's comp is different from our normal policies of auto and home.
Absolutely. So employer specific, they have to, if they have 5 or more employees, have to have workers' comp insurance.
Okay, and that's I guess the fund is what helps pay the bills and everything else. All right, so if a workman's comp case and another personal injury case maybe happen simultaneously or at the same time, do we need different attorneys?
You don't need different attorneys. We'll go back to your dog bite case. You're out reporting, someone's dog comes up and bites you.
Yes.
You have your workers' comp case to get the medical treatment that you need to get well from the dog bite, but you're going to have the underlying claim against that homeowner for their dog biting you. So you could actually have, and that's best to have one law firm represent you for both, because we're going to go after the homeowner's insurance for that coverage for the dog actually biting you, and workers' comp is going to take care of your medical bills, and then if you had to miss time from work, they'll pay you while you're off of work.
But as I guess since this is a different insurance, do you guys, you're really kind of removed from workman's comp, or do you handle some of those too?
No, we handle both. We have lots of cases where we'll sign up both cases because we make sure you're getting the treatment you need. The little caveat is once we settle on the dog bite case, actually workers' comp commission, there's a Mississippi workers' comp commission appointed by the governor in Jackson that has to approve your settlement. So there is some overlap between the two cases. So that's why it's much more logical to have the same firm represent you on both cases.
All right, good information there. Great information, in fact. Thanks, and hopefully I don't get bitten by a dog.
I hope not.
Anytime soon. Thanks for joining us, Patrick. If you need any additional information or have any questions, the information needed is listed on your screen.